Welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, where we look at the latest comics and other media featuring Transformers. In this episode, the unlikely pair of Duke and Cobra Commander find themselves up against a rock in a ham place, as we are reviewing G.I. Joe number 14. Today is Friday, November 28th, 2025, and this is episode 470, Transmissions Alt Mode.
Welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, the podcast that thinks they know what The Rock was cooking. Bacon. I'm your host, Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast, and I am joined by the excellent Transmissions team of just Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy.
Yep. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Let's talk Transformers.
Yes, let's. We're going to start off the show this week by talking about our Donatreons and how much we like them. You can join all the other Donatreons by visiting our website and going to the support page. So www.transmissionspodcast.com/support. And you can join our Patreon there. And you can join for as little as $1 and as much as you can stomach. It's really that simple. You can give us whatever you want, or nothing. It's up to you. We also did a show, past tense, you're right, called We Like Big Bots. And that is something available for our Patreons. And that is a show that was done by Dr. Pants and myself. 14 episodes on there. And we could probably retire this slide, but whatever. I'm sure Charles will be upset, but he ain't here, so whatever. Yes, Empire of Rust is something that's also going. And for as much as I've tried to kill it, it is still carrying on. It's something that our good friend Mike is doing. And it's a live play RPG. So if you like those things, this one is about Transformers. And I think he said that in the past that it's based in the IDW universe. So yeah. So yeah, if you miss that kind of stuff, then Mike's your guy. So anywho, we also have the Toy Hacks code that we like to we talk about. We're going to use we usually have a code for November, and we do have a code for November, which is Sticky Bots, but that code is not working right now because it's the American Black Friday, which apparently takes over everything, and even here in Canada now. So yeah. So it's Black Friday, and the discount on the site is 30%. So our measly discount is 15%, which is, nothing to sneeze at, but it's not 30. So you can go onto the site right now, pick up some sets of stickers for 30% off, and make your stuff look way better. So
no code or anything needed. Just
shop.
Just shop.
Yeah, it's awesome. And they're totally worth it. Their stuff is amazing. All right. With all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, we are going to get into our show. And we got no comic news this week to talk about. So we're going to jump right into our comic review. And sadly, we are talking about G.I. Joe. But it is a comic book review, and Jeremy's doing it. So I'm just going to throw it to Jeremy in a comic review. Let's go.
Yep. Daryl says sadly. I don't really say sadly, but this is a continuation of the Dreadnok War in the Energon universe. This is G.I. Joe number 14, and it's written by Joshua Williamson, art by Tom Riley, colors by Jordi Belair, letters by Russ Wooten, and the editor is Ben Abernathy. And as we mentioned last week, G.I. Joe is double shipping for the next little while for this event. So more G.I. Joe for Daryl to stomach. All right. So the story starts off where the last episode or last issue ended, Major Blood, Chameleon, and Mercer are shocked at Destro's declaration that he's now the leader of Cobra. Mercer knows a bit more about what Destro has done, and he wants to check for a body first, but Destro isn't one to play the safe route. He has the three watch as he brings up a call with 8 leaders of the world to sell Cobra to. He tells them that Cobra can strike fear on any target they want for a price. In the southwestern U.S. desert, Duke and Cobra Commander are still fleeing from the Dreadnoks in Duke's Jeep. Cobra Commander, with one bad hand, pleads that he's only helpful if Duke trusts him enough to free his good hand from the handcuff and lets him help fight. The rearview mirror gets shot out, and Duke reluctantly agrees and unlocks the commander, who quickly grabs a gun in the back and makes quick work of the first line of Dreadnoks. Zorana mentions that the front line was just rookies and not family, so it's time for them to take a shot. Ripper is complimenting Buzzer on the repaired and upgraded Thunder machine, and Buzzer demonstrates one of the new features as he climbs on the roof, and a panel launches him onto Duke's Jeep. He uses his chainsaw arm to cut through the windshield, spraying Duke's face with glass, and then he cuts through the engine before jumping off. Duke grabs the commander and jumps onto the nearest Dreadnok vehicle right before the Jeep explodes. From there, Duke and Cobra Commander jump from vehicle to vehicle until they end up in a pickup with Duke manning the gun in the bed and Cobra Commander takes the driver's seat. He drives them into a narrow canyon, and Duke tosses his belt of grenades in the air, then fires on them, causing the canyon to cave in. The Dreadnoks are blocked off, and when they go around and find the destroyed pickup, they don't find Duke and Cobra Commander, just some blood and some footprints. At the pit, Colonel Hawk is wondering where everyone is. Clutch tells them that Stalker has a group in Chicago, and Duke's investigating an Energon signal, but he hasn't heard back. Hawk wants an update if Duke doesn't check in by the next morning, but he's off to a meeting with the CIA to review some chatter about Cobra and Destro. In an abandoned town, Duke and Cobra Commander are looking for a place to find shelter for the night. As they're looking, Cobra Commander hears a strange voice in a decrepit house, and he investigates. He finds some pigs, and before he even questions what he's seeing, he's hit in the head with a cinder block hammer. Duke spots the Dreadnoks coming. He calls for the commander, and then a voice from the house tells him that he shouldn't have been there. He upset Donald and came running to him. Then he apologizes for his friend, but says his babies have to eat, as the comic ends with Road Pig exiting the house and his pigs inside eating the commander's torn up clothes and helmet. To be continued. So, on the whole, I really enjoyed the piecing of the book. It seemed to move pretty quickly. I thought the art in some places was really, really good, particularly like the scene in the pit. There was a couple panels where the art was just spectacular on like the way that the humans looked and stuff, but no real complaints on the art in general. They're making interesting use of panel layouts and times, like where like during the chase, and a pretty good 2-page spread at one point. But all in all, I feel like this is a fun event that they're doing, and I enjoyed it. I wasn't familiar at all with Road Pig, not being a G.I. Joe person, and like I never read the comics much, but I saw the show and he wasn't really in the show. So I did look up, and he is apparently a Dreadnok. So we'll see where he goes from there. But I have no familiarity, although, obviously Cobra Commander is not dead, because that would be stupid to kill him off this early. But anyway, Daryl, what was your thought on the book?
I don't know. It had a pig in it. So it had a bunch of pigs in it at the end, so that was fun. I mean, it's a buddy comedy now with Cobra Commander and Duke. I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of deal. But I don't know of Road Pig either, but like the solicitation for this book said something about some kind of the reveal of some fan favorite character or something like that.
I'm guessing that's Road Pig.
And I'm like, okay, I'm excited. Like at this point in time, we're 14 episodes, we're 14 issues in. Give me Snake Eyes. Like, just, I know who Snake Eyes is, and just give me Snake Eyes. Right? That's all I want.
They're clearly holding Snake Eyes for a big reveal at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. The death of Cobra Commander at the hands of some rabid pigs is obviously a false flag, but it's I don't know. It's we might get a reveal of Cobra's face, maybe. Doubtful, but you know, it's obviously his helmet's all busted up on the ground there. But I like the Dreadnoughts. We're getting like a look at them. They're basically Mad Max in the desert here. I want to know what the Dreadnok war is about. Like, is this a war against the Dreadnoks, or is this a war within the Dreadnoks? We're two parts into this here, and I read the last part just so I knew what was going on. So neither one of these things mentions anything about like any kind of fight. We're 2 parts in, and there's only been fighting from the Dreadnoks to Cobra. And Duke got his ass involved because he wanted to bring Cobra in, you know? So, you know, like, I don't know.
My suspicion is it's their war against Cobra Commander himself. And they don't really have an allegiance to anything other than themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it hasn't been clearly defined. Yeah, Alex in the live chat here suggests that maybe Cobra Commander is going to come out wearing a pig head as his mask.
Cool. That'd be neat to see. I mean, this Cobra Commander is way different than the cartoon, right?
More capable.
Like he's capable, but he's also villainous, right? The one in the cartoon was a goofball, right? Like he wanted to, he strove to be this Cobra Commander, right?
Yeah.
Like he had fantasies of this Cobra Commander, but he just didn't have the ability. This Cobra Commander is dangerous. Duke, on the other hand, is, I don't know, he's overcome by what he saw in the first issue of his miniseries or whatever, whenever his buddy got smooked, right? So, you know, he cannot seem to let that go, which would be terrifying to see in person, right? But he's also the leader of an elite military organization, and there is a war that they have acknowledged in this book. There is a war happening in Chicago, right? That they are, you know, they're going to go check it out, right? The some kind of object that they found or some bullshit like that. But he doesn't want to be a part of any of that. He's going to go back to his buddy's grave.
Well, he wasn't aware, I think, when he went to the grave about the Chicago thing. I think that happened. He has
to be aware of these robots fighting somewhere.
I guess, yeah. But I don't know, that part, it does still confuse me. That I think that's still kind of dumb. Like, Chicago is such a big city. Seattle is such a big city. Both of them basically have been decimated by the Decepticons.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
yeah, that's the part of it that is kind of throwing me. This book is, like I said, 14 issues in. Why are they not acknowledging the greater Energon universe part of this yet?
I did see something in the PR recently that about Duke and Optimus Prime meeting. I don't remember.
I saw the same
issue
thing
that was going to be in, but so they are on a collision course at this point.
It's about damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it on Reddit. There was a picture of a cover. So yeah. And that was literally what I posted in the thread on Reddit, was about damn time. But
yeah, and Alex in the chat's also suggesting that there should be some alternate motivation for Duke to be going off on his own. And yeah, I would think if he's going off on his own, he's going off on his own to find these robots, and he's doing anything but that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He cannot get past the death of his friend. And yeah, I mean, it would be tough, but like I said, you are the leader of a military organization. You need to be able to compartmentalize.
Right. Either that, or you're removed from the team because you clearly you need to work out your mental health. Oh.
Yep. So anyway, I mean, it's a fine book, right? Until this book starts to feature Transformers, I'm going to be giving it a thumbs down.
Understood. All right. Well, that is our review. So we'll have more comics next week, I hope.
Likely. All right. Well, then we're going to move on to media news. All right. And in media news this week, we got Transformers Battlegrounds is leaving the digital platforms at the end of December. So this game's been out for 5 years, and it's based, I mean, I can remember us getting like a pre-release copy of this or something like that. But yeah, it's a game that it's just not going to be on the it's not going to be on like Steam or anything like that anymore. So if you have a way of getting it, then great. You could probably still buy physical copies of it out there, but yeah, it's just not going to be on the digital places like that.
If you already have it, it's not going away from your library.
No, they don't do that. I don't think Steam does that. Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, this thing's been out for 5 years, and that's the problem with digital releases now. If you don't have a physical copy, then eventually it's just going to go away.
Honestly, it wasn't really all that fun.
No, I don't think it was, but that's the whole point though, is that like, you know, you could be 30 years into the future and dig out a PS4 and say, I want to play Transformers Battlegrounds. And you can't, because you'd have to download it. So, anyway, next up, this is fantastic news. Transformers Cyberworld, guys, episode 15 is out. I'm thrilled. Jeremy, have you been watching? Are you up to date?
No.
Oh my God. I am jealous of you, because you get to watch them all in a row now. You get to watch them back to 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 back.
Maybe I'll do that while our Thanksgiving food is cooked. Well, yesterday, like as we're preparing our Thanksgiving food in the future for eating it yesterday. Yeah.
Right. Oh. Yes. I mean, it looks fantastic. I'm so thrilled that we can watch these now. Yeah, there's a large video on YouTube of just all the episodes all in one. So you can just watch them all.
That's what I was waiting.
Bang it all out. Yeah. That's, I mean, 15 episodes. You can get it done. And I'm so thrilled. This thing's fantastic. So yeah, get on it. Watch this thing. Family friendly too. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, up next, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Transformers Earthspark is returning next month with 2 new specials. So this was a rumor last time when we talked about it, but it has been confirmed now. So yeah, we are getting 2 new specials in December. They will be like TV movie size. And yeah, so one's going to be called Hometown Heroes and the other is Legacy of Hope. So yeah, we will have 2 new movies that are going to be likely very difficult to find. So
Paramount Plus. So
not everyone's an American, Jeremy.
Paramount Plus is Paramount Plus.
Well,
or look at your Nickelodeon channels or related channels. Or
the high seas, Jeremy. We're going to sail the high seas. So yeah. Anyway, have a look for those, and hopefully they are good. But this will likely be the end of Transformers Earthspark. So yeah, if you were looking for new content, this is going to be it. So get on it. And that's the end of media news. Let's get into some convention news.
One second. I have a mini me. Just came down to get something. Good night. All right. All right, we have some TFCon LA announcements. A bunch of them, actually. And this is part of celebrating the 25th anniversary of Robots in Disguise, the Superior Robots in Disguise TV show. Neil Kaplan is going to be there. He was Optimus Prime. And then also Daniel Riordan, who is the voice of Megatron and Galvatron and Omega Prime in Robots in Disguise, which I forgot that they had a different voice for Omega Prime. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
And then celebrating the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars, Richard Newman is going to be there. He was the voice of Rhinox, Tankor, and Rhinox and Beast Machines, and Vector Prime and Cybertron. And Gary Chalk, who was Optimus Primal in Beast Wars and Beast Machines, Optimus Prime in our Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. We mentioned last week about a special another YouTube channel was having with Gary Chalk. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, go take a look at our show notes from last week. And then we have a friend of the show, David Kay, who was Megatron in Beast Wars, Beast Machines, or Megatron in Beast Wars, Beast Machines, and Armada, Energon, Cybertron, and Optimus Prime in animated. So, and then he's done so many other voices as well. So all that's happening for TFCon Los Angeles, March 13th through 15th next year. So check that out. There's going to be so many more announcements, being that it's in LA and so many of these people are in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have a bunch of announcements for people that are just showing up like for Saturday for certain hours. So if you're in the area, go and check that out. One other thing we have that it's not really convention news, but we didn't have a better place to put it. Stan Bush and Vince DiCola, Saturday, March 14th on Pi Day at the Whiskey A Go-Go in LA, or just the Whiskey. They're going to be doing a concert. So if you're in the area, we'll have a link in the show notes where you can get tickets. And if you use code TFCon, you get $5 off your ticket. And it's during TFCon LA weekend, so it ties into convention news. But I don't know if this is actually part of TFCon or just a separate thing that happens to be the same weekend. But if you want to go see Ambush and Bensicle in concert together, check that out. It should be a fun show.
That seems awesome.
What we need to do is have them and the Cybertron Spree together in one show.
Overload of Transformers music.
Yeah. But anyway, TFCon LA just seems amazing. They always pack it so full.
Mm-hmm. Right on. All right. Well, that's it for convention news. Let's, I guess we're done. We have no feedback for this show, so that's it.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about the G.I. Joe comics and the rest of the Energon Universe stuff. It's always want to hear more about what everyone's thinking about our coverage of that.
Yeah, I know the guys love it when I get the hate mail. So, yeah, they absolutely adore it. That's why they continue to make me read these books. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Jeremy, for joining me this weekend and recording this. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was great for me.
Well, it was yesterday for me, so it was great too.
Yeah, it was. It was last month for me, so it was wonderful. Tons of turkey.
I was in Canada during your Thanksgiving. So.
I know you should have come over. It was good. We had a good meal. Yeah. Anyway, before we go, we always like to thank our Masterpiece Donatreons. So thank you always to John Forex Levengood and Steve C. It's just a pleasure having you guys along for the ride every time. And thank you to all of our Donatreons for sticking with us all the time. We're having a fun time doing the show, even if Charles doesn't want to show up when I'm on the show. So I don't know what's happening with that, but we'll have to sit down with Charles and get HR involved. But yeah. Anyway, thank you again for listening, and have a good weekend.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.